So in this video, we are going to learn how to create ActiveCampaign contact for Typebot block trigger. Let's say you have created a chatbot using Typebot. And in this chatbot, while having the conversation, it is asking some questions, some details from the users. And you want that whenever this chatbot is going to receive the details like the name, email, phone number, and other details from the user, you want to send the same details and add a contact with that details in ActiveCampaign. So let me tell you, you can completely automate this process. In this automation, as the conversation is going to end in Typebot, as the user is going to send all of these details for which we have created a flow in Typebot, as we receive the details, instantly within seconds, the same details will be sent, and using the same details, we are going to create a contact in ActiveCampaign. Now, if you want to learn how you can set up this complete automation all by yourself, for that, you just have to come with me to my screen.
So as you can see, this is the flow which I've created in Typebot for my chatbot. And in this flow, a bot is asking some details, so collecting some details from the user. Details like the name of the person, the email address, mobile number, the service in which they are interested in, and some kind of additional information or message which they want to send. Now I find that whenever a user is going to interact with this bot and submit all of these details with the same details, I want to add that user as a contact in my ActiveCampaign account. Now to do this, we have to connect our Typebot flow with ActiveCampaign. And we are going to use Pabbly Connect, which is an amazing automation and integration platform to do so. Now to get started with Pabbly Connect, you will get a free sign-up link in the description box below. By clicking on that link, you can set up your free Pabbly Connect account in just 2 minutes. After creating the account and coming to this dashboard, we have to create an automation workflow over here. For that, just click on this create workflow button and give this workflow a name. I'll name it as Typebot to ActiveCampaign. You can basically give any other name as per your choice. Then just select the folder of the Pabbly Connect account in which you want to set up this automation and click on create. And as you click on create, here you can see the workflow will open in front of us. In this workflow, we have two different windows. First one is the trigger window and second one is the action window. So triggers and actions are basically those two concepts, those two principles on which this whole automation works on, where the trigger says when this happens and the action says do this. So let's start with our trigger step. Now the idea here is, first we are going to connect the flow which we have created in Typebot, this chatbot, with Pabbly Connect in the trigger step, so that whenever the details will be collected, whenever a user is going to have a conversation with this chatbot and enter all of these details, automatically all the details, all the responses will be sent to Pabbly Connect and this automation workflow will trigger. It will start. Then after that, using this Pabbly Connect automation, we are going to send the same details which we are getting from Typebot and send that details to ActiveCampaign and create a new contact over there. So let's see how it is done. Starting from our trigger step, here in choose app, we will search for Typebot. Just select it. After selecting Typebot in trigger event from this drop down, select the trigger event as Pabbly block triggered. Then after selecting this trigger event, Pabbly Connect gave us a webhook URL. Now what we have to do, we have to add this webhook URL into the flow which we have created in Typebot. And to add this webhook URL, we just have to follow these two instructions. So what we are going to do, we will just copy this webhook URL from here and go to the flow which we have created in Typebot. Now after creating the flow of your choice, what you have to do, you just have to add a last step in this flow. So we will just scroll down from here and here under integration, you will see this block of Pabbly. Just drag and add this block of Pabbly over here. After dragging it over here, what we have to do, connect the last step to this Pabbly block. And after that, here in configure, it is asking us to paste the webhook URL. So we have to basically copy the webhook URL from Pabbly Connect trigger step and paste it over here. After pasting the webhook URL, click on this test the request button and a test response, a dummy response will be sent. And here in our Pabbly Connect workflow, here in our trigger step, this response is received. So we have received a dummy response, a test response from Typebot. Now after this, what we are going to do, we are going to capture an actual response as well. Let's click on recapture webhook response once. And after this, we'll go back to the same flow which we have created. After adding this, let's click on this publish button. So this flow is published with this updated step after adding this Pabbly Connect block over here. Now let's test it. I'll just click on this test button and this chatbot will open in front of us over here. Let's send hi over here. After sending a hi, we are asking the user the name. The bot is asking the user their name. Let's say the name of the person is demo user. They have entered. After name, it is going to ask us for the email address. So we are going to enter the email address of the user as asked by the bot. After email address, let's submit it. Now, when the user is going to enter their email address, we are going to ask them their mobile number over here once again and ask them to select the country code as well. Let's see, I'm going to select the country code as India and submit it. After submitting the mobile number, here it is asking us for the services we are interested in. Let's see, I'm going to select the service as website development. And at last, it is going to basically ask us for a message. So for example, we are testing this bot. So this is the message which I am adding over here. We are testing this bot. Let's send it. So we have completed the conversation. The user has completed the conversation with our chatbot. And then you can see that this webhook response, all the responses are sent via webhook to Pabbly Connect because we have added this Pabbly Connect block over here. So here in our Pabbly Connect workflow in this trigger step, once again, you can see we have received the response. And in this response, we have all the responses, all the messages or details entered by the user, given by the user to the chatbot. We have the same service which we have selected. We have the same name of the person. We have the mobile number, email address, and the additional message as well. So the step 1 of setting up this automation is completed, where we have successfully connected our Typebot account with Pabbly Connect and received the responses of the user. Now after this, let's move to step 2. And in step 2, we want to send the same responses to ActiveCampaign and add them as a contact over there. For that, we will scroll down, come to this action step, and here in choose app, we will search for ActiveCampaign. After selecting ActiveCampaign, in action event from the drop-down, select the action event as create or update contact. Then just click on connect and select add new connection. Now here it is asking us to connect our ActiveCampaign account with Pabbly Connect. And to make this connection, we have to enter the API key and URL of our ActiveCampaign account. Now you must be thinking how you can get this API key and URL. So for that, just go to your ActiveCampaign account. From the left sidebar, go to settings. Under settings, go to developer, and after coming to the developer section, you will get the API key and the URL of your ActiveCampaign account. Copy the API key from here and paste it over here in Pabbly Connect. Then copy the URL as well and paste it over here too. After entering the URL, it is clearly mentioned in the help text that we have to remove this protocol https:// this section from the URL. So we are going to clear it and then just click on save. And as you click on save, here you will see your ActiveCampaign account will get connected with Pabbly Connect. After making the connection, it is asking us to enter the details of the user to whom we want to add as a contact. So the first thing it asks us is the email. Now we have received the email address of the user from Typebot in the trigger step. So what we have to do here from the trigger step responses, one by one we have to send all of these details of the user response to this ActiveCampaign action step. And to add the trigger step responses in the action step, we are going to use a process called mapping. And the process of mapping is very simple. Simply click on this field of email, and here from this drop down, you can see a list of all the responses received from Typebot. Out of all of these responses, select the response of email and it will be mapped. Then it is asking us for the first name and the last name. Now the response of name which we have received from Typebot is of full name. But ActiveCampaign is asking us for the separate response of first name and last name. So what we are going to do, we are going to basically break the response of full name into two parts of first name and last name. And to do this, we are going to use another feature, another module of Pabbly Connect called text formatter. So before this ActiveCampaign action step, click on this add action step button over here. And here in choose app, search for text formatter. After selecting text formatter, in action event from the drop down, select the action event as split text. Then just click on connect. After clicking on connect, the first thing it asks us is text to split. That what is the text which we want to split into two parts or multiple parts. So here we'll click from the drop down, select and map the response of name over here. So we have given the full name as the text which we want to split. Now because we want to break this full name into two parts before and after the space, we have the space between the first name and the last name. So in separator, we are going to enter space over here. And because we want the first name as well as the last name, in segment index, we are going to select all over here. and click on Save and Send Test Request. Now when we click on Save and Send Test Request, here you can see we have received the response of first name and last name as well, and we have two separate responses. Now let's map these responses in the ActiveCampaign action step. Click on this field of first name, and from the drop down from text formatter responses, select and map the response of first name and then map the response of last name as well. Then we are going to map the response of phone numbers, so just select it and map it. Then it is asking us for the tag ID. So if you want, you can assign some kind of tags to these contacts as well. Right now, I don't want to assign any tags, so I'm selecting no tags over here. Then it is asking us for the list. So here in this drop down, you will get all the contact list which you have basically created in your ActiveCampaign account, and you have to choose a list in which you want to add this contact. Right now in my ActiveCampaign account, I have created only one contact list named as master contact list. So I'm going to select that list over here. Then if you want to assign this contact to particular account in your ActiveCampaign account, you can select it, but right now I don't want to do that. Then it is asking us for the additional details. It is also asking us for the job title, but we haven't received the response of job title, so we can just ignore this field for now. And here in additional details, what we are going to do, we are going to map the response of the additional information which the user has provided to the chatbot. So what we have done, one by one, all the details which were given by the user to a chatbot, which we have received in the trigger step, we have mapped all of these details into their respective field. And after mapping all the details, we will just click on this Save and Send Test Request button. As we click on Save and Send Test Request, here you can see that we are going to receive some response over here. And the response is received. And this response seems to be a positive response to us. This response shows that the details which we have mapped over here, basically the details which were given by the user to our Typebot chatbot, with the same details we have added that person as a contact in our ActiveCampaign account. So let's check it. What we are going to do, we'll just go to our ActiveCampaign account, go to the contact section once. And yes, here you can see that demo user, the same person whose details we have entered while having a conversation with our chatbot, you can see with the same details, the contact is created in ActiveCampaign. This means the automation workflow between Typebot and ActiveCampaign, which we have created using Pabbly Connect, this automation is working perfectly fine. Now after setting up this automation, we are going to test this automation workflow once. And to test it, what we are going to do, we will just go to our Typeform bot over here and restart this bot. And this time we are going to enter the details of a new user. Let's send hi over here. After hi, it is asking us for the name. This time the name of the person is test user. After sending the name, it is going to ask us for the email. So let's enter a new email address over here. test@pabblytudes.com. Let's send it. After sending the email address, it is asking us for the mobile number. So once again, I'm going to enter a new mobile number. Let's say this time I'm not going to select the country code. Then it is asking us for the invalid message. So if the user is going to enter any invalid mobile number, it is going to give the error message as well. So let's say I'm going to select the country code of India once again and send it. After sending this, it is going to ask us for the service. This time the service is content marketing, and a special message it is going to ask us. We are going to enter the important note as we are testing the Pabbly Connect automation. We are testing the Pabbly Connect automation. This is the message which I have entered. Let's send it to. So just now we had a good conversation with our chatbot which we have created using Typebot. And as we have the conversation, as this conversation ends, we will see instantly within seconds with the same details, the contact will be created in ActiveCampaign. So we'll go to our ActiveCampaign account. Once again, we'll go to the contact list. And yes, here you can see that instantly within seconds, test user, the same person with the same details, same name, same email address, same mobile number, and same message with the same details, this user is now added as a contact over here. So we have tested this automation in real time, and the automation which we have created using Pabbly Connect between Typebot and ActiveCampaign, it is working perfectly fine. So not just these applications, you can connect plenty of other applications with Pabbly Connect. And one more important thing, you will find a clone link of this exact same workflow in the description box below. By clicking on that link, you can just clone the same workflow into your own Pabbly Connect account and start using this automation for free. Also, let me tell you, Pabbly Connect offers you a free plan. And in this plan, you will get some free tasks every month into your own Pabbly Connect account. So if you want to try and test this automation, you can just do it for absolutely free.
So if this video was helpful to you, don't forget to hit the like button, share it with others, or if you have any kind of doubts or queries, you can always write us in the comment box below or email us at support@pabbly.com. Also, you can post your queries on our forum as well. And if you want to check the pricing of Pabbly Connect, you can visit this link. So this is it for today's video. Thank you. Have a great day.